Welcome to Future Ready with Bechtle, the podcast where we explore the technologies, ideas and strategies that are shaping tomorrow's workplace. Each episode we'll bring together thought leaders, innovators and industry experts from within Bechtle to discuss how organisations can adapt, grow and thrive in a world defined by constant change. From AI to cloud, cybersecurity and sustainability and on to the modern workplace, we'll help you cut through the noise and get future ready.
Welcome, I'm Niamh. Like many people, I fell into the IT industry just under a decade ago. I am currently Bechtle's hybrid infrastructure leader and strategist. Over to you.
And I'm Lee. I've worked in the industry for about 20 years, both public and private sector. I work for Niamh as a hybrid infrastructure business development manager. So Niamh, with your strategy head on, what's the next big thing in terms of network strategy?
Yeah, so that's really what I wanted to talk to everyone about today, is network as a service, or also referred to as NaaS. We're seeing this as a common conversation about how business leaders can run a faster, leaner, greener operation with a network that actually supports their business and their people. So this is a conversation that is quietly revolutionizing how businesses think about their infrastructure. So Lee, you have spent some time in boardrooms as your time in an IT manager position. Why do you think network as a service is suddenly taking over that conversation?
Well, network as a service is more than just a tech buzzword. I mean, it's turning networking into a utility. It's consumed on demand, it's scaled as needed, and managed externally by companies like us. Today, businesses are focused on so many different things: sustainability, employee well-being, reliability, and that whole business case of moving from legacy networks into modern network infrastructure. And there are, sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just wanted to, before we get into that, I just wanted to sort of highlight that how businesses actually have to move so fast today. So if you think about it, we've got mergers, new markets, hybrid work that traditional networking just can't keep up with. And with network as a service, you can spin up a secure connectivity in days, not months. So it's not just speed either, it's strategic flexibility. So businesses are no longer committed to or locked into hardware life cycles, vendor contracts. You can scale up for a product launch and then you can scale down after peak season. So thinking about that, where do we even begin to think about network as a service?
So probably let's start what we see at Bechtle a lot of the time, and that's with legacy networks, kind of were installed during the Windows 7 era and probably haven't seen a decent refresh since. The type, patch panels that look like someone's just thrown a spaghetti of wires at them, switches that are running like they sound like a jet taking off, a bit like your laptop was earlier today.
Yep.
and cables everywhere. No one knows what the cables do anymore. And no one dare touch them because they don't know what they're going to break if they do. And the real problem is, it's not just ugly, it's inefficient, it's expensive, and a risk, don't you think?
It's a big one. I mean, we actually had, we worked with a customer recently. They had legacy kit, about 12 years old, I think, and it's drawing constant power, outdated firmware, and they had no visibility. So moving them to a network as a service solution, their network energy usage dropped by 38% and their downtime basically vanished. So legacy networks will burn through energy like it is free.
Oh, I love that. Burning through energy like it's free. You don't really appreciate how much energy this stuff uses. I was fortunate enough to be given an AS400 years ago by IBM, so I could go home and just be a bit of a geek and learn Linux and stuff like that. And I can remember getting it home, and this thing was huge. I mean, the amount of heat it generated alone was crazy. And I could see the electricity meters just going round and round and round and round and round. You really don't appreciate how much energy these legacy devices actually consume. So I love that line of burning through electricity like it's free, because you don't see it, right?
No, exactly. And because they lack intelligent power management, they're built for that peak capacity that never comes, and they run full throttle 24/7. And then who manages it? It is usually one IT person juggling security patches, end user complaints, printer issues, and there's always that one cat video that is just eating through the bandwidth. So joking aside, you've been around the block. What was your biggest headache when it came to managing complex legacy networks?
Well, I'll give you one example. We had an engineer, Chris. He was based up in the north of England in Manchester, and we had a problem in the data center. And we had 2 engineers already in the data center trying to fix this problem, and we couldn't fix it. We desperately needed Chris's expertise. He couldn't manage it remotely. We needed to get him down to the south of England. I remember on the call with the other engineers, let's say he's driving down from Manchester, like, crumbs, can he not get a train? And it's like, well, the train won't get him there in time for the SLA.
And they're always cancelled.
And they're always cancelled. That's right, yeah. There was no guarantee.
Yeah.
So poor Chris is travelling down the M1. I'm giving updates to the customer and to the rest of the engineering team exactly where he is and what his ETA is going to be to get into the data centre. And it was a weekend. He'd planned a weekend away with his family. So we had to put an entire stop to that. And he did get to the data center. He did actually have a look at and analyze the problem. And the frustrating thing, and this happens the vast majority of the time, it wasn't actually a networking problem. Yeah, we needed his expertise on site, but really all he did was prove that the problem wasn't with the network. And so much time is wasted, both his travel and the experts waiting then to do the next bit in that sort of fix and the chain. And yeah, it's such an incredible waste of time and then such an incredible impact both on the individual and his close family.
Yeah. So really it's down to mean time to innocence.
I love that. Mean time to innocence.
Mean time to resolution. It's not me.
Exactly that, yeah.
Somebody
Prove
else
it's not
fix it.
your fault first.
Exactly.
And then we'll go on and try and fix it. Yeah.
And bringing it back slightly, so security is also another big draw towards network as a service. I mean, we're seeing network or NaaS providers baking in security practices. So that is giving you enterprise grade protection without the cost, and it's for all sizes of your business. There's a compliance factor in there too. It takes off that strain on the IT teams to have to manage that, negotiate it, understand it. Without drifting off topic again.
Sorry.
No worries. What actually is network as a service?
Okay, keeping it concise. It's basically, network as a service. So it's a fully managed subscription-based service for your network. So you're not buying routers anymore. You're not buying switches. You're not buying access points. You don't even have to install the access points. You just either tell us what you need or engage us so we can help you understand what it is that you need. And then we deliver it for you and we manage it as a service for you.
So it's like Netflix for your network.
Exactly that, yeah.
So we will give you exactly what you need. We provide the hardware, the configuration, the updates, plus we monitor, manage, maintain, and optimize 24/7.
Yeah, exactly that. And give you an example, without rambling too much, we had a customer in Manchester. It was a financial company, and they had 3 sites. So they came to us, and we rolled out network as a service for them. They didn't have to touch any devices. They didn't have to get involved. They didn't patch anything. Ultimately, we did all that for them, and they found that it was faster, it's more secure, and of course, it's much easier for them to manage at the end of the day.
And what if they wanted to open a 4th location?
We just scale with them. So if they want to add another location or they want to go to remote first working, for example, the beauty of network as a service is its agility. What we really want to discuss though, sorry, kind of me drifting off topic, I want to pull you onto a different topic if we can then.
Yep.
Let's talk about the sustainability element of network as a service.
Yeah. And it's not just about saving the planet either. It's about aligning your infrastructure with modern business values. So if we look at modern silicon today, whether that is Cisco, Juniper, Aruba, Fortinet, it's exponentially more energy efficient than legacy kits still running in comms rooms. So we're talking less heat, less energy consumption, and smarter power management. Many devices in network as a service solutions can power down or throttle outside of core hours. I mean, why would you keep your network at full throttle 3 a.m. in the morning when no one's in the office?
Yeah, exactly. I think, why would you? You don't keep the lights and the air conditioning on in the office when you leave for the day. So why is all your networking equipment, all your access points, all powered up 24/7?
Exactly.
And I guess as a bit of a kind of as a bolt onto that as well, it's more secure as well. If your access points are powered down outside of business hours, you don't run the risk of somebody sat in a car outside in a hoodie trying to hack into your network because it's powered down for the night. It simply doesn't exist.
Agreed. And then this is what we do. So with the smart monitoring and optimization that we offer, we will shut down what is not needed on your behalf. So that's access points, switches, and even cooling systems tied to the usage. And then aside from that, let's not forget the hardware lifecycle. So under Network as a Service, we can extend the useful life of your device through proactive maintenance. And when it does come to retirement, we will either refurbish it or recycle through sustainability practices. If we were to look at our parent company, Bechtle Group, who have recently been awarded the EcoVadis Gold status for our sustainability practices, which includes e-waste reduction, circular IT, and carbon neutral procurement, it's a massive benefit to your organization.
Yeah, I might have an example there as well.
Of course, go on.
Sorry. So we helped a company get their ESG, that's their environmental, social, and governance reporting up to scratch by feeding in network-based sustainability data. I mean, they hadn't even considered that networking data could be part of their carbon footprint, but now it's an integral part of their ESG narrative. As a network as a service, it's not just good IT, it's measurably greener. It helps you with your sustainability targets. It helps you win more tenders. It will attract more customers that care about social responsibility as well. As well as social responsibility, what other impact do you think Network as a Service can have?
So I think if we shift our focus from the physical infrastructure to the humans, because outsourcing your network doesn't just help the planet or your business, but it also helps your people. We've mentioned it earlier. Often IT teams are just 2 people doing the job of 10. That's network support, cybersecurity, printer repair. Occasionally they will be helping someone to rotate a PDF. I can sometimes be guilty of that. But Network as a Service allows them to stop firefighting. They start focusing on strategic work. So that's innovation, training, and digital transformation. Whatever it is, you name it.
Yeah.
So from a well-being point of view as well, if we go back to Chris that you mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. From a well-being perspective, imagine not getting that call at 2 a.m. Imagine Chris not having to travel down to the data center and leaving his family behind, when they got a lovely family weekend planned. Just think of those examples. Engineers being called from holiday, weekends, late nights. We've all seen and heard stories of, pizza in the data center. Goodness knows how many times I've had those calls. Can I order a pizza, please? I've been here 8 hours. Absolutely, you can. Just fix it, please. And even worse when the problem wasn't theirs to fix in the first place. I say they would, as you said, proving innocence, which is a great line. And also, I think about the effect that would have on job satisfaction. If they're trying to fix something that's not their problem, job satisfaction quickly goes through the floor. And as a result of that, I've seen burnout. I've seen guys suffer from stress. We've seen staff retention issues, certainly with some customers, just through the overworked teams. A Network as a Service alleviates that. We take on that responsibility. We do all the heavy lifting. And it's give them a chance to actually get some sleep at night.
What a luxury.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good for customers when things just work, and for users that are happier, the user experience goes up, support tickets go down, and IT becomes that enabler to the business. And end users are happier, there's less support tickets, and the IT department get to become the enabler to the business. One thing that does concern me, though, is you're handing over all that responsibility for your network to another company. Are there any concerns there?
Yeah, it's definitely all about trust, because if you are going to hand over your network to someone else, you need to know it's in good hands. We get that. That's why we provide NaaS with network as a service with strong SLAs, uptime guarantees, response times, performance thresholds. You will know exactly what to expect. But on top of that, if you don't want to give away your keys to the entire kingdom, that's fine. We can work alongside your IT teams. We will be there to support. We can do a flexible managed service offering. It's not straight cut. And let's not forget the personable side. So our UK-based service desk and engineering teams are top-notch. They are career professionals, and they aren't just scripted bots.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've worked with some of the engineers. They've worked with banks, they've worked with universities, retail giants, brand names you would know. You name it. These guys have worked with them. And when something goes wrong, it's dealt with real people that have seen it all. Here at Bechtle, we don't just install and then just disappear. Our consulting team works alongside our customers' business leadership team to align the network with their business goals. So that's whether a remote expansion or cloud adoption or supporting that ESG reporting I mentioned earlier. We're there to support you every step of the way. And probably one of the best things to do is quote a customer, right? So one of our customers said, it just feels like we've added an entire IT department without hiring anybody, which is incredible. And I think about the function of a modern IT team. They're going to be, or certainly should be, focused on that end user experience. How the experience of consuming the network affects them. Is there anything network as a service can do to improve on that user experience?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, user experience is massive, and it's the first thing that people see or complain about, because at the end of the day, your network is only as good as the experience it delivers to people. So legacy networks can be inconsistent. You've got dead zones, slow file transfers, VPN dropouts, and it is always when someone's trying to present to the board or you need to do something now because you've got a deadline. So with network as a service, we're designing the network around your user behavior. We can optimize coverage bandwidth, access control, and security, and it's all managed within real time. So that means you've got smoother video calls, faster file syncs, and a better bring your own device support service. And often there's less shouting down the hall of, is the internet down again?
Yes.
And that is because it's centrally monitored. We will spot those issues before your user even notices it. So that's less friction, more productivity. And to be frank, that is less angry emails to IT complaining. So Lee, if we wrap this up, thinking back to your horror stories and everything we've spoken about today, what is your take?
Okay, so if you're running on old hardware, if you look into your data center or in the corner of your comms cabinet and it looks like a complete spaghetti of patch wires and cables back there, struggling with downtime, or you kind of want to balance that environmental, social governance, it's time definitely to start taking a look at network as a service. It's not just a network upgrade. It's smarter, it's cleaner, it's greener, and it really is that foundation for whatever comes next. And I don't just mean the network. Obviously, that will grow and develop over time as your business grows and develops, but also what tech are you going to be using in the future to consume those network services, and how does that shift over time as your business grows and your users expect different experiences with the next app or whatever's coming next down the line. And here at Bechtle, we're not just another provider. We are consultants, we are engineers, we are partners. Our team is ready to design, develop, deploy, and support a network as a service solution tailored for your business.
Perfect. So yeah, if anything has resonated with you today, or you feel like actually we do need to take a look into this, reach out, get in touch. We're happy to talk.
Thank you for listening. Please make sure to follow us on whatever platform you prefer, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.